Chapter 7 is all about particles that are not moving. They are static. Okay, so just looking at that hint on the right that I've circled, you know, they're static, they're not moving, so the acceleration equals 0. So when you've got F equals ma, because acceleration is 0, all the forces have got to cancel out. You know, both the left-hand side and the right-hand side have to equal each other. So all you have to do is resolve horizontally and make it equal to 0, and resolve vertically and make it equal to 0. Now this might be on a flat surface, or it might be on an inclined plane. I think example 1's a flat surface, example 2's an inclined plane, both of which we've looked at before. And remember, if you're resolving on an inclined plane, resolve diagonally. So resolve up or down the plane, and resolve perpendicular to the plane. Okay, so I only really wanted to show you example 1, just to remind you. So what we've got here, we've got, oh, you can't see it yet, sorry, there we go. So we've got a 4 Newton force going off at 45 degrees to the left. We've got an unknown force P going off at 30 degrees to the right. And I'm just looking, I've expanded the diagram over on the right, guys. And then we've got Q going straight downwards. So we just break down the 2 diagonal forces into their components. So the one going off to the left, you can see I've broken it down into the horizontal green components and the vertical blue components. And P going off to the right, I've broken down to the horizontal yellow components and the vertical orange components. And then obviously Q is just going downwards, so that doesn't need to be broken down, that's already completely vertical. So again, just, you know, F equals ma, these are going to have to equal 0. So my net force resolving sideways horizontally, the yellow force, take away the green force, is nothing. So that allows me to work out what P is. And then resolving horizontally, obviously the upward forces, orange plus blue, take away the downward force in pink, has to equal 0. So that's what I've done. So looking over on the left again, they do method 1, method 2. It's so much easier just to do what we did, that method 1. Okay, just literally resolve horizontally and vertically. The alternative is just to pop all the forces one after the other to go and create that triangle. Do you see what they've done? They've got P going off to the right, and they've just moved Q going over to the end of P coming down, and then 4 to complete the loop. Because they all cancel out, they're going to form a triangle, and then they've just gone and done the sine rule on that. Okay, so you can do that, but it's just A, it's longer, and B, you're sort of moving away from mechanics. You're just moving back to pure, really. So I would stick to method 1. Example 2, exactly the same idea. You want example 2? Yes, you are. So I haven't, but so as I said, the key bit, just make sure you resolve up the slope, that bit in green, and resolve perpendicular to slope, that bit in orange, and it's just the same idea. Okay. That then leads us into exercise 7a. I really think that question 1 and 2 are just too straightforward. I would like you just therefore just to have a look at question 3 and just do some of those until you are comfortable. Okay, and that's it. Well, that's it for 7a. We then move on to modelling with statics, which I think we'll do tomorrow. So all I want you to do today, please, is just do bits of 3. So what have we got? We've got A, B, C, D, and E. We've got 4 bits there, 5 bits there. These are all resolving perpendicular to the plane. I guess if you want to just practice one where you're horizontal to the plane, just go back and do a little bit of number 1 or a little bit of number 2 if you want. That's up to you. But I just think if you can do them perpendicular to the plane, then you can definitely do them horizontal to the plane. I just think just getting the diagram sorted here just takes a bit more getting used to. So if I could just leave you to get on with exercise 7a, please. And then Evie, I've got back to you about a couple of, I couldn't do the 2 times you suggested. I've got stuff on then. So if we, I just want to have a quick chat about how I can sort of any way I can sort of support you a bit with because obviously I'm very wary of the fact your workload is compounded because you've obviously you don't have the freeze that everyone else has, and B, on top of that you've then got to study 4 subjects and not 3. So let's just keep going. We'll try and get a time sorted for this week. Right. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say now. So let me just stop that recording. Stop recording. Lovely.